Hello, friends. Good morning. Now, every commerce man or every commerce graduate, you can say, or a businessman must know or must be acquainted with various financial services which are available in India. Now, we'll just discuss in brief some of the financial services available in India. So, following some 10 financial services, we will discuss in brief today. So, as all of you have already studied these financial services, these services, but we'll see again this banking, professional advisory, wealth management, mutual funds, insurance, stock market, treasury debt instruments, tax audit consulting, capital restructuring, and portfolio management. So now begin with banking. Banking is a backbone of India's financial service industry. The country has several public sector banks, private sector banks, foreign banks, regional rural banks, urban rural banks, cooperative banks, etc. These financial services are offered in the segment. Banking segment includes individual banking, business banking, loans and advances, etc. Individual banking, wherein you find various types of accounts like saving bank accounts, fixed deposits, and current accounts being opened by the individuals for their utilities. Business banking, where every businessman, merchant, he cannot do his business without banking. Banking is compulsory to him. So, bank it offers businessmen merchant services, checking accounts and savings accounts of businesses, treasury and services, etc. And loans and advances. So this is another function of the bank, wherein the it is wherein the bank offers or bank gives the business loans, personal loans, home loans, automobile loans, working capital loans, etc. The banking sector is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India, as all of you know, and which is Reserve Bank of India monitors and maintains this segment's liquidity, capitalization, and financial health. So every banking concern has to register with Reserve Bank of India if it has to do the business of banking. Now, professional advisory. So in India, a strong presence of professional financial advisory services providers are there, which offers the individual and businessman a wide portfolio of services, including investments, due diligence, M&A advisory, valuation, real estate consulting, risk consulting, taxation consulting. These offerings are made by the range of pro business providers, including individual domestic consultants to large multiple national organizations. So all these professional advisory services are there, which help the citizens of India. Wealth management is another service which is available, offered within this particular segment, which includes managing and investing customers' wealth across various financial instruments, including debt instruments, equity instruments, mutual fund instruments, insurance products, derivatives, structured products, commodities, and real estates based on the client's financial goals, risk profile, and the time horizon. Is this each of these products we are going to discuss in detail in our further communications, further discussions. Now, mutual funds. Well, mutual fund services provides professional investment services across funds that are composed of different asset classes, primary debt, and equity linked assets. The buy-in for mutual fund solutions is generally lower compared to the stock market and debt products. These products are very popular in India as they generally have lower risks, tax benefits, stable returns, and properties of diversification. The mutual fund segments has witnessed double-digit growth in the assets under management over last 5 years, owing to its popularity as a low-risk wealth multipliers. So mutual fund, it is a fund being operated for the benefits of the people to get more returns on the income on the investment that is being made by the people in the investments in the mutual funds. Insurance. This is another sector. The financial services offerings in this segment are primarily offered across two categories. First is the general insurance and second is the life insurance. In general insurance, automotive insurance, home insurance, medical insurance, fire insurance, travel insurance, etc. we get, whereas under the category of life insurance, term insurance, money back policies, unit linked insurance, pension plans, etc., are available. Insurance solutions enable the individuals and organizations to safeguard against the unforeseen circumstances and accidents. Payouts for these products vary across the nature of products, time horizon, etc. Customers' risk assessments are there, premiums, and several other key qualitative and quantitative aspects. In India, there is a strong presence of insurance providers across life insurance and general insurance categories. The insurance market is regulated by the authority called Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, which is abbreviated as IRDA. IRDAI. Now, the next service available of the nature of finance is stock market service. Stock market segment includes investment solutions for the customers in Indian stock markets. There are two major stock exchanges in India, namely National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange, across various equity linked products. The returns for customers are based on the capital appreciation, growth in the value of equity solution, and dividend. The payouts made by the companies to its investors. So this segment, this particular financial service stock market, we are going to deal with in detail in the future lectures. Now, treasury or debt instruments. Services offered in these segments includes investments into government and private organizations, bonds, etc. The issuer of the bonds, called as a borrower, offers fixed payment or interest and the principal payment to the investor at the end of the maturity period. The types of instruments in this segment includes listed bonds, non-convertible debentures, capital gain bonds, Government of India savings bonds, tax-free bonds, and so on. Now, the another service which is widely used in by the people and corporate in India is the tax and audit consulting. This segment includes a large portfolio of financial services within the tax and auditing domain. This service domain can be segmented based on the individual and business clients. They include tax individuals and business tax business. Individual to determine the tax liability, filing of returns, and tax savings advisory, etc. of the individuals, whereas tax business includes determination of the tax liabilities, transfer prices, pricing, analysis, and structuring, GST registration, compliance advisory, etc. In the auditing segment, service providers offers solutions including a statutory audit, internal audit, service tax audit, tax audits, process transaction audits, risk audits, stock audits, and so on. These services are essential to ensure the smooth operation of business entities from the qualitative and quantitative perspective, as well as to mitigate risks. Now, the another service we have categorized it in the ninth one, capital restructuring. These services are offered primarily to the corporate sector and involve the restructuring of capital, debt, and equity to booster the profitability and respond to the crisis such as bankruptcy, volatile market, liquidity crunch, or hostile takeovers. The type of financial solutions in this segment typically includes structural transactions like exports negotiations, capital reconstruction schemes, and capital raisings, etc. Now, the another service we have categorized it, 10th, portfolio management. This segment includes a highly specialized and a customized range of solutions that enables the client to reach the financial goals through portfolio managers who analyze and optimize investments for the clients across the wide range of assets like debt, equity, insurance, real estate, and so on. These services are broadly targeted at HNIs. HNIs means high network individuals. HNIs and are discretionary means investing only at the discretion of the fund manager and no client has any intervention, or even non-discretionary services like where the decision made with the client's intervention to manage the portfolio or the investment of the client. So these portfolios, that is the management of clients money, what we call as, we are going to discuss in detail in our further lecture. Okay.